Yo, we're live. It's Brock Bowen here. Some of you guys know me as the Lifetarian, but I'm also Brock Bowen, and I'm a human being. And one of the things I love more than anything is to connect you guys with some of the most amazing human beings on the planet. Yo, put it back there so we can see the whole time. You're gonna have to hold it the whole time. Anyway,
God, yeah.
today I'm with Zai Miztiq, a beautiful celebrity author, speaker, and does some magic around the world. We just connected recently on Facebook. She just popped up on my feed. For some reason, she had a feeling to connect. Next thing, we popped up, sent a couple of messages, and here we are. You know, it gives me the goosebumps to be connecting right now. I'm going to ask you a heap of questions right now. But
Yes.
firstly, tell me where you are on the planet right now. What are some of the things you're up to? And yeah, just tell me, like, what's, 1 or 2 minutes about yourself. What are you creating at the moment?
Okay, hey guys, this is Zai Miztiq, your celebrity author, international speaker, and the founder of Sisterhood Mentorship Program. I am right now in Singapore,
Boom.
traveling to Indonesia in a few hours.
Mhm.
And yeah, ask me questions. Go ahead, Mr.
Awesome. So the thing that had me tweak, like, one, I could feel the energy. You've got the magic. Two, you told me a story that was it 9 years or 11 years ago, you couldn't even walk.
11 years ago.
11 years ago, I think, from memory. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear more. I'd like to hear more about that. I've researched guys like Joe Dispenza. I'm always curious about spontaneous healing and what we currently call miracles, which what science hasn't discovered yet. What happened? What's your story?
So basically, I was in a vehicle coming back home one fine afternoon around 4 p.m. My car hit into the back of an army trailer, and that was it. I couldn't move. When I was moving forward, I reached the hospital. The doctors was like, you only have 50-50 chance of surviving. That means I could have died. And they said even if they're going to try to attempt to operate on me, because I fractured, dislocated my spine, 95% of the chance is that I will not be able to walk anymore.
Yeah.
So I only had 5% chance of walking again. So of course, I was like, go for it, because in my heart, all of my heart, I knew I wanted to survive for my mom. Yeah, my mom needed me. That was the only thing in my head, in my heart, in my soul. It's funny, and I didn't care about anything. I was like, I have to do this, and don't tell my mom. Just go through the operation and let me go through it, because I don't want her to go through a trauma or got shocked or anything happened to her, right? So thankfully it went through, and I could move my toes, and that was when doctor said, okay, it's all right. So that in itself is something that we all take for granted. We can move our limbs, our hands, and we can smell, and we can feel pain. If you feel the pain, that means you are not paralyzed, and that is a gift in itself. I was like, oh, that was some of the things I learned, and I was like, wow, okay. Wow. Yeah, it wows me now when I speak about it. Yeah. And one of the painful thing that happened was almost 3 weeks I was in hospital. I had to do a self-control morphine. So I was hanging on to every turn. Like if I wanted to turn left or right, I had to self-control morphine, click on the morphine. And then I moved. So and then when I was sent to physio, the doctor said, okay, get off your wheelchair, stand up. And I didn't know how to. He said, walk. I'm like, how do I walk?
Yeah.
I used to be a model, so imagine all that catwalking and all that whatever and all that. Well, you know what I mean? And I'm like, God, I've been transgressing your earth for the longest time. And then I was like, wow. And doctors always say, you are miraculously unparalyzed. How positive. But yeah, that was his exact.
And they can't explain it. So the thing, when you go through that process, you said it was so powerful, your heart, body, soul, everything wanted to be there for your mum. You needed to be there for your mum. Was there a process though? Because there's a lot of people going to be watching this right now. They're going to have someone in their life that's got dementia, cancer, diabetes. They're going to have spinal paralysis. There's going to be so many people watching this right now. Bless all you guys that are watching this. Are going to go, well, what I get asked a lot is this: how? Every time people ask me how, it used to stick me. I couldn't figure it out. But I wonder if over the last 11 years, you started to go through the process and see, was there some steps along the way that allowed you to miraculously heal, or was it serendipity?
I both. Of course, initially there is this victim mindset. You always question universe, why me? Like, why didn't I just die? Why do I have to go through all this, all that? And before that, there was a lot of denial.
Mm-hmm.
Worse than feeling victimized. In denial, it's like, it's cool. I don't have to do anything now. I'm going to be okay anyway. But it was denial. So when you go through that stage of denial, there is a process, right? Go through that, past that stage of denial. I call it you evolve. And then you see, okay, this is it now. And then you start blaming. You feel victimized. And then after you feel victimized, you have to step up. You have to step up. If you don't and just remain, then it's going to pull you down. So you step up to saying, okay, God has given me the second chance to live. What the hell am I going to do with life? Then you move up and say, okay, maybe I can do volunteer traveling. That's when I started traveling. Traveling. So I used that power and that excuse of like, okay, I think I need to travel. So that's when I traveled. I couldn't go out to work because of my condition. I said, I'm going to find a business idea that I can bring back into the home to start an online business. That's how I started my Facebook marketing business. I churned about 3 to 5, almost $7,000 a month. There were months where I touched that. I'm like, hey, this is better than going out to work, you know? Work in my PJs and just do whatever from home and empower people from wherever I am. So use your resources. Always believe that whatever happened to you, there's a wisdom, and gift in everything. Yeah.
I love it. Because once you've had that experience, you're going to be grounded in that belief that anything is possible. I know a lot of people write it in books. A lot of people, they hear us, they hear us living this way and what we're up to, and they hear that thing, anything is possible. But for those people watching right now that say, well, that's great for you. You went through these tough circumstances and then the universe blessed you and you've got the wisdom. But for those people right now that they're either sick or they're broke because they're symptoms of something else, being sick or broke.
Yeah.
And those things, a similar thing, they can be very correlated. And we want to look at this thing, like for those people right now, what do you want to share with them? Like, what's your message right now? I know you're an international speaker and author. When you're reaching out to these women, to the sisterhood and to the brotherhood,
to the world. I'm not a feminist.
To the human being.
I believe in human being. Yeah, I'm in love with humanity. So if you are sick, if you are broke, like I said, you see like the glass. We see it. We've heard this. Cheers. Half full or half empty. How do we see it, right? For me, I see it half full and it's half filled with air and lots of overflowing abundance. So it's how we see, how we feel about things, and how we feel is an internal stuff. But externally, who are we hanging out with is also very important. If I keep hearing, like even in my field of work now, I try to work with everybody. But if I sense, I smell negativity, I'm like, okay, there's a signal that goes off and I don't want to avoid people. I love and embrace everyone, but you have to know your threshold. Like if you know you have high empathy and you always sympathize with people, as a strengths coach, I don't know if you've heard of Gallup Strengths Finder. I have very high empathy. When empathy is matured, it's when you move forward, you see a problem, you find a solution, and you be a solution provider. But when empathy is raw, it's when you feel sympathy, you sympathize with people because oh my God, if I'm in that situation, you become selfish. So how do you move from feeling selfish, and the biggest thing that I want to share this with the world, like a lot of time we feel we are being selfless. I have women, mothers, I think even the fathers, I'm not going to deny the men of these rights because we always feel I have to do this for the world, I have to serve my family, I have to this. But is it because you feel you are not worthy of good, that's why you need to do good to people? Or is it because you're good and you want to be selfless and serve the world? Your self-worth is very important. It's a very fine line, knowing your self-worth and feeling I'm not worth it. So I'm just going to give to the world because I'm not good enough anyway. So let's just try to do some good for the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Yeah.
I do. One way I look at it is this. So say right now, you and I could be the most amazing person at a dress shop. Say in Singapore, I could come over there. You and I could open up a store. We could sell dresses. We could sell the finest dresses and be enthusiastic about it. And we'd be amazing at it. And people would love it. But then our hearts and souls wouldn't want to be there because we're in one spot all the time and we love to travel. And that
Yes.
thing is, it might seem selfish that we're traveling around the world, but as we travel, we're still dropping that frequency around and helping as many people as possible. I think it's that clarity around what do we love and then how can we share it with other people to upgrade humanity.
Totally. Knowing who you are and what makes you unique and special, it's helping yourself before you can help the world. You know, we say use your oxygen mask before you help others, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
totally, yeah.
I just love that. There's a quote somewhere. I'm not going to quote it because I don't know exactly, but essentially it's
Yeah.
like, what makes you come alive? Because the world needs more people that have come alive.
Yeah.
So let's ask you right now, top 5 things. What makes you come alive right now?
Top 5, that's many things. What makes me come alive? I think what makes me come alive? Wow. I think like this situation like this, when I meet someone like you,
Mm.
you know, that frequency and that connection, this is a gift, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
this makes me like, hey, there are like-minded people around. Let's do this together. And
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm at a stage where I'm in love with collaboration. I like to find, okay, what's your strength? What's my strength? Let's do this together. How do we maximize growth? It's
Mm-hmm.
not about me just being the celebrity author or whatever, you know, it's how do we grow together?
Yeah.
And zeroing the cup and letting go of emotional attachment. I think these are the kind of things that just makes me alive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's those things when you can help out the community. One of my friends, he actually works with a friend of mine, Preston Smiles. There's a gentleman named Kyle Lipton. I just shared it today, and he used to work with a guy who's pretty big in terms of video marketing on the internet. If I said his name, you know who he is. And he's moved away from that because he wanted something more real and genuine, not just marketing, not just thinking about people as dopamine and signals and these things that we can do, but actually like there's human beings that we can actually uplift and inspire. And so he
Yeah.
moved away. He does some other stuff. I just saw a post on Facebook today for an opportunity for someone to go and be at 7 days at a retreat. They get to do a plant medicine ceremony. It's worth
Uh-huh.
about $15,000 plus they get on MTV. First person I thought of was him. Half an hour later, one of my other friends thought of him too. He doesn't just see that opportunity and go, oh yeah, that's nice. He's onto it. He's already calling the retreat. He's onto MTV. He's messaging everyone. I love passing opportunities on to people that really get it. And
Of
that's
course.
surrounding myself with these people that all of a sudden it's like, cool, here you go. Here's a gift. Same as you.
Yeah.
Like, I know you've got a lot on. I've got a lot on. We jumped on this call straight away and I've got the happy feet. So it's cool. Things I want to look at next. One of the driving questions I've got is this.
Yeah.
How do we positively and measurably impact billions of lives so we can shift humanity? And I want to also pre-frame that with something. When I asked that question to another friend when I was in San Diego, California,
Yeah.
we went down for a surf. You know, talking about frequency, we put our boards on the water. There was surf coming in everywhere. As we put our boards on the water, that exact moment, the waves went flat. We paddled out the back. And then we just had perfect sets for an hour and a half. We're like, dude, we're going to do some cool things together on the planet. They're the waves I want to ride. So I want to ask you, in terms of your evolution as an international author and speaker and all the different things you're doing, what are some of the things, you know, when we're talking to people, when we're speaking to people right now watching this, either things you can do on a day-to-day basis or things you see globally in your vision? What are some of the things you see?
What do I want to? Sorry, what's the question again? I was thinking of the surfboard.
Oh, no. Surfing the waves, bro.
Tell me again. How do I?
How do we positively and how do you positively and measurably, whether it's 1 million, 10 million, billions of lives, whatever the amount, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What are some of the things we can really do right now? Now we've been gifted and been honored and blessed with this opportunity to be here on a weekday, to be here traveling around to literally do whatever we want, anytime we want.
Yeah.
What are some of the things we as leaders can do?
I personally think there's so much that we can do. We want to write books, we are speaking, we are doing Facebook Lives, we're doing YouTube videos, we are doing what we are doing. But what do people want to? How much are people willing to take action? It takes two hands to clap, right? So, but personally, I think I hang on to a prophetic tradition. There's a saying that I follow. It says, every of your deeds, your prayers, your whatever stops when you die. But only three things that it's an ongoing reward, which is the knowledge that you have, you teach. Whatever knowledge you have, you teach. So even after you die, it becomes an ongoing passive income. Right, and then to do good and to give charity, and it's not just giving of money, even a smile, making people happy, you know. And the third one is the getting the prayers of people. pious children actually. But for me, my clients, people like you, good people, are my spiritual children. That's it, you know. And I embrace the fact. So these are signs when I open my Facebook message or my WhatsApp. Hey sis, thanks for that video you did. Hey, thanks for this and that. And I'm like, okay, that's my KPI. I mean, if I empower one person a day, I know it will keep going on because people are talking about it and people are sharing the message. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Cool,
Yeah.
hey?
It's simple, yeah.
That's what I figured. Some people give these convoluted responses when you ask a question like this. I think any concept we take, if we can bring it back to simple, pragmatic tools, then we can engage more people. The thing about a lot of people too is they say, you know, say we put out a product, even if people pay for it. Often say you know, when you put out a book, people buy it, they say like 3 to 5% often read it. You know, when you put out a product, they say different things. I had a conversation with a gentleman yesterday, Brett Campbell. We're looking at how do we maximize engagement and viewing on all the things we do. His thing, he goes, would I ship this? Would I let this product out into the marketplace if Oprah Winfrey was going to screen it on her show while I'm jumping up and down on the couch? That was his litmus test. So how did this, I want to go through something too. I love creating stuff. So what's your process? You know, when you go to write a book, you go to create a new program for your clients, you go to do a new keynote. What's some of the ways that you're creating things at the moment? Where does it come from? Where do you access that genius, or how do you access it?
Well, for me, I'm quite a problem solver. When I see a problem, I always think what is the root cause of the problem. So I work my way around that instead of just the problem. What is the root cause of, example, we speak about women empowerment, but there is no such thing as men empowerment. Nobody hears about it. And then for me, if I go out to empower just women, what happens when they go back home? Why are men known as this beastly, excuse me, I'm not saying everyone, but you know, why are they known as that? So I look back into that problem. I said, why don't we address the men? They are not allowed to cry. A man is not your financial plan. They are human beings. Right? So I started coaching. Men with my strengths coaching, and some of them break down. And they say, oh, I have these issues. That's why they react a certain way instead of responding to life. So I said, hey, it's not just the women who need help. Our brothers are human beings. They are human beings, and they need all that love, attention, and what have you not. And then it all boils down again to the father, it's a parent, and then there's the children involved. Recently, I had a call from a friend. Her niece committed suicide.
Yeah.
16-year-old girl, and I'm like, why? So I look back at the problem. Is it because of the parents? Is it because the youth has a problem? What is it? So I always go back to the root cause of the problem, and I'm launching on 10 September a live event, Awakening Parents. So I don't address just the parents, I address the kids and the 5-year-old of the parent.
Nice.
The 5-year-old of all of us, because a child's confidence is being built between the age of 5 to 12. Is built or broken. So we think back, all of us had our childhood, our confidence broken when we were young. Like, oh, why are you so stupid? Oh, why do you ask so many questions? Oh, why this, why that? So we address the 5-year-old of everyone. That's how I work. So yeah.
I like it. Well, the next question I got for you is, what were you like when you were 5?
Oh, I was a very naughty kid. Like, I was always quiet, and I realized today why I'm doing what I do. Because when I was 1, my dad was not around. I saw my mom as the role model. So that's why I become very protective of her. And I was the last child, and I'm the last of 6. So I was always protective of my mom. To a certain extent, I think after years ago, I become very possessive. Like, oh, I have to take care of my mom. This is my mother. If I don't do it, no one will do it. So I become overly responsible. And I realized, because as a child, that has been my role. To let go, though I have 6 of us who my siblings wants to take care of her. I said, no, she's mine.
6?
You know what I mean?
There's 6 people in your family.
That's 6 plus mom and dad. 8. We have 6 siblings. Like, I have 2 brothers and 4 girls.
Yeah, cute. Where were you born?
I was born in Singapore.
You were as well. So yeah, I like it. It's always just interesting. I love that thing now with the internet and communities and all the things we're doing. We can have friends from around the world. And this is this is what I want for humanity more than anything, that we don't see a difference. We're just all these big kids like we were when we were 5. We're beautiful human beings that come together to do something, inspired and united by our differences. Difference in opinion, difference in our skin color, whatever it happens to be, that we're just connected. Even before we jumped on camera, I was just playing. I love that you've got the beautiful thing on your hair. I was mucking around with that. Like, it's just, isn't it cool when we just have all these beautiful things that we do?
Yeah. And even this, like, a lot of people have a problem with this. And so what? Why do people label us for what we are? That's why when I started out, I was like a bit scared because I used to be a model. This is like 7, 8 years old. I'm like, oh God, people's gonna judge me and blah blah blah. People don't even look at you anymore. They are looking at their phones. So why care about the world? Do what you're
I want to speak to that. I want to speak to that real quickly, because a lot of people are not putting their message out there. They're not doing Facebook Lives. They're not writing the book. They're not going for their dream. They say 75% of the workplace is unhappy. They're miserable. And people are not afraid to put their hand up to do stuff because they're afraid of what other people think. And other people, honestly, they don't think that much. But what is this? Like you said, everyone's on their phone doing their thing, blah, blah, blah. But what is it? What would you say to people? You know, when people are like, I really want to get started on something, but people might judge me. We've just talked about it with you. Do you call it I know the headdress, I know the name, but it's not coming up right now. Has a beautiful
hijab. The hijab.
Yeah, it's cool. I love traditions like that people are still honoring those. Why not?
Yeah. So for people who always feel, what if other people say this? People will talk anyway. Let them talk. They are not. And like I said, if you're single, they will say, oh, why you're not married? And when you're married, people will say, hey, why don't you have a kid? And when you have one, they'll say, why don't you have more? And when you have more, you're like, why do you have so many? And people will never stop talking. No, that's why I'm an advocate of identifying your identity, gaining that confidence and clarity, and be happy. You know, be the strong, soulful success that you are destined to be. Because if you do not write your own life script, do not hold that pen and write your own life script. Someone else gonna do it for you. So choose.
It's so true, huh? So many people have an opinion for us. I know for myself, I was talking about this recently. As a boy, I was always a little bit of a young entrepreneur. Like yourself, a little bit stubborn, got sent to my room a lot. And you know, on a family holiday when I was 13, my family was in there and they were all frustrated because we had to wait. And then I saw people returning trolleys, and you got either a quarter or a dime. And I went, well, what happens if I go and return a huge amount of these trolleys? Next thing, I walk back with all these coins in my hand. I've always seen these opportunities that other people saw as issues. And it's a funny one.
I did the same thing when I was young as well. My friends hated to do art. So I said, let me do it for you. And they'll give me like $1 or $2. And I always make money at school. My mom stopped giving me money since I was young. I was like, no, mommy, I have to. You need some. Yeah. So cool. You see, turn every oppression into an opportunity, basically. Yeah.
Always curious about that, because a lot of people know. I was reading a story about Richard Branson the other day. He never wanted to be an entrepreneur. He ended up being a billionaire. He goes, I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. Just kind of fell into it. And it's interesting too. I'm always curious about those frequencies. How much of the stuff you've been creating is because you're writing it down, and how much is also because you're being fortunate and blessed?
I never dreamt of becoming a 2 times Amazon best-selling author. It happened. These are my 2 books.
Yeah, read them out. Tell us about your books. What do you got? 5 things I love about being a woman.
Yeah, and turn your passion into profit. I never turn your passion into profit. So that story of that little girl selling art in there. So sometimes it's not that you plan for it to happen, but when you're presented the opportunity, dude, this is real. I was invited to speak in an international conference in Morocco, 300 youth. One of them stood up and said, hey, this is the best conference ever. And I'm like, okay, this is real. God, what's next? So then I said, okay, this is real. Like, I've been presented this opportunity. What do I do? So I think like Richard Branson, maybe he was doing what he was doing. He was making magazines. He already had it within him. And then the opportunity came and it's like, okay, dude, this thing is real. Let's make it big. So when opportunity comes before you, just do, make it happen. And the least that you lose is your time, but at least you try.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fear failure, fear of regrets. I think that is my latest biggest lessons. Don't fear of failure, because if you fail, it's okay, you tried. But if you regret, there's how do you turn back time? That opportunity might just disappear. Yeah.
I
Like
feel like
people like us, if people are not working with us one-on-one now or meeting us, it's their big loss, but they can benefit from our books, from our videos and stuff. But while we are alive, we want to do as much as we can, because we believe it is a ripple effect. After we die, like we expire, we know that our clients will be the ones who will continue with our legacy. So yes.
I love that word. I did a Facebook Live about it in Paris, talking about vision, talking about legacy, talking about purpose. Because in Paris, they did things like Notre Dame, 1,000-year projects, 900 years, 1,000 years, probably from the time that the idea was conceived to when it was created. I love that long-term vision. It's where I've kind of got to now. I've kind of gone through a few cycles in business and had my highs and lows and kept creating and all the different elements of business, but just loving the whole process. It's been an amazing journey. But looking at that thing in terms of vision, legacy, purpose, if someone's looking at it right now and all they can see is trying to pay the bills next time, what would be the first thing you'd suggest right now to someone?
I will show you a picture. So you talk about bills. I love this quote. There is no way I'm going to just pay bills and die. So, well, we have to make money.
Put that up again. I want to get a picture. You ready?
Got it?
Let me see. Sure to work. Perfect.
So, this is a business. So you need to know that, okay, like for me, I know that in the next 12 months, I do not go out to work, which I've never done in my life, thankfully. I'm fine. Like I have that financial backing, right? And then I embark on living my dreams and legacy. But if someone is newly starting, they have that funding, my biggest advice is just meet the right people who are already doing what you are doing. If you want gold, go to a goldsmith. Don't go to a blacksmith, please.
Goldsmith.
I made that mistake. I used to thought that, oh, she's so successful, maybe she's the one to teach me. He is a millionaire, maybe he's the one. But he's running a different business, dude. He cannot teach you to do what you want to do. He is slogging. He's not living his life. So find the right mentor. Feel it in your heart. You will feel it. You know what I mean about heart. But so those who think with your head, then good luck. But find the right mentor and accelerate that growth. If you want to do it yourself, get started. The most important thing is to take the first step first. But have your financial backing. I'm not going to be saying, okay, just book a flight and disappear, which I did. I went to Jordan. I was in Jordan, Morocco, Yemen for 2 years. Found myself, fell in love. You know, I'm like, oh, this is it. And you evolve, you grow. And that's when I came back. I said, I have to find my strengths. I need to write a book. That's when things happen. You need to step back to see a bigger picture, I guess. Yeah.
I like that. And I think we just want to put that in there too. We don't want to wait for something to go like this in our life before we shift our life. When you think about before that accident, I want to go just before that a little bit. Was there things, were you kind of off path? Was there anything that you can reflect on that you needed to wake up? What was going on that you ended up having that, or was it just serendipity?
No, it was meant to have. I'm thankful for the accident because like after I graduated from school, I was a makeup artist and I did henna art. Do you know henna?
Yeah.
Henna painting, right? I was very good at it, and I met a friend who said, "Hey, let's take this to Japan." So I was living in Japan for 6 months, doing and teaching henna art. So fun, fell in love with the country, wanted to set up a henna school. So we came back, and then we got popular in Singapore. We became like, the media was like, what the hell did you do in Japan with henna and blah, blah, blah. So we got busy here. I thought I was happy. I had bookings 2 years in advance. I had friends, I had money, had the fame and everything. But deep within, was I truly happy? the emotions are not stable. You just adapt to situation. You follow the crowd, but deep within, I knew there was something missing. I felt a lot of emptiness. It was something I didn't share with the world. Of course, I didn't even realize it. Now I realize it. That's why I do what I do now. I was empty and I was down all the time. I had to, I was like, am I going crazy or something? And ya Allah, half the people out there, please, if you think you're going crazy, it's not that you need pills or depression pills or something. Go and find out who you are and what makes you happy. Volunteer somewhere. Go to the graves. Visit the dead, and you'll feel better. So don't turn to pills yet. Don't turn to pills yet. But if you need professional help, go. So yeah. So when I was feeling all the emptiness, that's when I said, I didn't realize. So that's when I had to meet in the accident.
Yeah.
When I didn't know how to hold back my jam brake, God had to do it for me. And I didn't hold the jam brake, and he broke my spine. Boom.
Yeah. But such an exciting story. Like, I can just feel that enthusiasm from, you've come back. I always look at it too, like, I should be dead multiple times. Like, there's so many times in my life where I've done adventurous things. I almost wanted to test the limits of, am I meant to be here for something greater? I've had times where I've done it, not necessarily proud or not proud of it, but I'm here. And there are times where literally I was going along 60 kilometers an hour in a ute at an event where we all go and watch cars, and it's like an Australian thing. We're all there. I rolled out the back of the ute. I just stood up. I got a couple of scratches on me. Didn't think twice about it. The other guy that was there, he went to hospital.
Wow.
And so those things, I'm always looking at this thing, like, what is it that you see, just to dance off that little thing? Because a lot of people call me lucky. I don't think it's luck. I think there's a science to it. But what do you think luck is? When people say luck, what do you think luck is? What do you think they're describing?
I don't believe in luck. I mean, I believe in blessings. But when something happens, right, it's always a result of something. I don't think I got lucky. That was a learning experience. Dude, that could have been me. So what's my greater cause? What am I supposed to do bigger now? Like, what's next?
Yeah.
You just think you're lucky, and then you think, like I said, that means you feel you're not good enough for something greater. You think like, oh, I just got lucky. When people win the fight and they become champions, it was just a beginner's luck. It's just a luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe in creating that luck. You have to create it.
Same. I feel that too. I feel like I get this theory that good vibes is like $1 billion in your bank account. It literally creates the experiences that money can't buy. Because say I roll into Singapore and I've got $0, I'm all good. And if I've got $1 billion, I'm all good too.
You have a hope,
It's all good. Like, it's that fun thing that we don't have to be afraid of the world anymore.
No, and I think I dare to even say this. It's not because we are just trying to be some happy dude trying to act cool. I've met very successful multi-millionaires, sat around them, and there has come to a point of time where even if I'm sitting next to a janitor or a CEO, they're all equal to me. And I've met them, and I've spoken to these very successful people, and at the end of the day, I asked them my favorite question: are you happy?
Yeah.
And truth to be told, even this morning, I was just telling my sister, 2 reasons why I'm so excited for life, thankful for life, is today's Wednesday. My niece called me last week and said, can you take me to I want to go to Indonesia. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make 2 days off for you, just for you. And I think that relationship, that ability to say yes to my niece, my mom, to my sisters, to my family, to myself, that in itself is priceless. But there are many successful people. When I ask them, are you happy? They're like, Zai, I envy your life.
Yeah.
I envy your life. But that doesn't mean I'm not working towards my $1 million company. I am, because I know that I can do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it.
Do you want to have a bit of an energetic upgrade now on the call, just for fun?
Yeah, what's that?
Cool. So just tell me, what would you like your business to be? $5 million, $10 million, $20 million? What's going to get you so excited? Not right now, but in the next few years. I'll help you upgrade it. It's what I love to do with people.
Ah, really? Cool. So basically right now, with whatever I've got, I'm looking at an affiliate funnel, to help others get that.
Of course, not logic. Let's just put a figure out there, then we'll continue the conversation. I don't want to know how you're going to do it. I just know, to me, you're already a billionaire. To me,
Thank
you're already
you.
wealthy. To me, you're already like, it's irrelevant. I don't even worry about what your money flow is. I know you're doing great. The thing I want to play is for us to be seen more, we've got to be doing the $10 million, the $20 million, the $100 million. It's part of what we got to do now. I just feel that in my heart. And so one of the things I've been doing is I have this ability to energetically upgrade people's financial realities. I don't know how I do it, but it shifts things. So if you just go, cool, I'd like my business to do $10 million, it starts to shift things.
Nice.
And you can do it for me. And we'll just go, cool, I'll race you to $10 million. I'll race you to $100 million. But ultimately, the whole purpose is how do we impact as many lives as possible?
Exactly. I think that is it. So how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you, share with me what you do?
All right, cool. So all I do is this. So just tell me how much you'd love your business to be. 5 years time, net worth, doing business. What would you want it to be?
I think if we start with $1 billion company, I'll be glad.
$1 billion company?
Million dollar company.
Yeah, $1 million. Let's just go to $1 million company. So right now there's an energetic field. Say right now, if you're someone that works at a cafe, your energetic field is you look for things that currently, say in Singapore, it's probably not dollars, but in Australia, it's say $20 an hour. I don't know what Singaporean dollars it would be. You work at a cafe, it's going to be $10, maybe 15 or something.
Maybe 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 10. That would be my guess. And then say all of a sudden you go and then you have that experience of life. Then you go and you step through the entrepreneurial thing. If you're energetically willing to receive more, then all of a sudden you have more energy, more vitality, more gifts to share. That's why I do it with people. So all I'm doing basically, the how of it is I'll jump in and with your permission, go into your energetic field and expand it.
How do you do that? Wow. Is that what you do in your coaching?
Yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. And the cool thing about it is this, the more that we can share these gifts with one another. I used to not share this stuff because I noticed I had some abilities to do things. Can I prove it all? Yes. At this point, not at all. Will I go through the process of looking at how do we measure this so we can be tangible in it? Absolutely. That's the next evolution of this. So we can go, cool, let's bless this. See what shows up. Let's do the science and start to study this so that we can share more of these gifts and it becomes the new normal, which is exciting. That's a whole nother point. Let's get back to questions for you, my friend. We've got about 7 minutes till we got to jam off. I know you got a flight to catch soon. But this thing, what are some of your favorite daily practices? Do you have daily practices or do you free flow everything?
I have our prayer ritual. Thank God we have to pray 5 times a day, certain movements that we do, and that is one of my must do anyways. But it really keeps me grounded and grounded.
I love it. I love that in terms of the group of people that will choose to do that around the world. That daily honoring and commitment. It doesn't matter if one of the community is at an airport. I'm doing my prayer. It doesn't matter what's going on. I'm doing my prayer. That commitment as a community has to create more for sure.
Have you seen that before? You witnessed that? Yeah, cool.
I like it. Number 2, what do we got? So daily prayer. For you, you're not doing the prayer because of your religion. You're doing it for so much more. It's part of that. But it feels to me like it's such an honoring and a commitment of you and what you do.
Of course.
Not just because you have to, because you love it.
It's more than that, definitely.
Number 2.
I had to learn it the hard way because when I did my physiotherapy after the accident, that was when the certain movements, 95% were like the prayer movements. And I'm like, dude, I need to start praying. And I was like, wow. And I'm like, okay, I gotta start praying. I think that's one of the things. The other thing is I always make a point to read self-help books. My daily ritual must do my Facebook Live. That's becoming an addiction. I must do. Yeah. What else?
What else? Water.
Water, yeah, of course. You have to keep yourself hydrated. And I am trying to, now that I'm saying it to the universe,
Boom.
I have to start swimming again. I think when I go swimming, that's when I feel very good. Yeah, I think swimming is the way to go because of my bad spine. I can run or whatever, but swimming is water therapy. Yeah.
Awesome. It's just, I'm going to do it after this. Like when we hang up, I'm going to go, I'm going to run up the side of a hill. I'm going to come down. I'm going to jump into some ice cold water and go for a swim in a beautiful creek. I can drink the water. That's what Cairns is like. So if you ever come to Cairns, I'll show you some amazing spots.
I have to.
It's incredible here. I know you just dared me to come to Singapore and Bali. Final things you want to share, like in terms of your message, things you want to share. You have 60 seconds and you've got, let's just say like there's 1 million people watching right now, even though there's not. But there could be. It's going to be one day. You're making $1 million. There's going to be 1 million people. And your message is going to be seen by millions of people. That's just what's going to happen. Maybe it's been like that already.
My message is always very simple. Stay true to who you are. Before that, you need to identify who you are. Live your dreams. Live your legacy. And how do you achieve to that is by stepping up to be the strong, soulful success you are destined. You are born to be. Be the strong, soulful and successful that you are meant to be. Yes.
I love how clear and concise it is. I know you've been doing this professionally for a while, but I can feel the love. I've been around some people that are the, international speakers and authors. We're all part of this game, but I can feel the love. It's like this is the first conversation you've ever had. You're like a 7-year-old, like jumping out of your skin excited. That's what I want to feel more and more from people, that we just love our lives so much. And if that energy shifts, we do something else.
Definitely.
It's cool. What's the best way for us to find you? I'm going to leave some details below this video so people can find you.
Through my Facebook, Zai Miztiq, ZAIMIZTIQ, and then there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, but big on Facebook. Yeah,
perfect. Love Facebook so everyone can see you live and all that sort of stuff there. Drop me all the details you want me to put in at the bottom of the video so I can see that. Let's do it. One of the things I love, I always study different communities, different religions, different groups. One of the ones I love is the people that bless one another. Multiple religious groups do it. But let's just put our hands out together right now, because I want to bless you. I want to bless your vision, the books, the people you're going to impact, the human beings, the trip over for a couple of days to Bali, or Indonesia, not to Bali. Those highlights for me are the biggest thing. Being able to be there for my 6-year-old nephew's birthday party. When I didn't have the time, but I made the time and focused on it, prioritized it. I was there as Spider-Man for his 6th birthday party. Flew 3,000 kilometers to do it. Wow, it was awesome. So I'm going to bless you right now. So just feel this energy right now in your heart and send it out to you. Bring it in. Send it out a little bit more. All those little things you'd love to come true. All those gifts you'd love to do. Let's just upgrade it all in one another. And everyone watching. Guys, if you made it to the end, we want to salute you.
Yep.
Hats off to you. All those elements. You guys have got discipline, commitment. There's a lot of energy on this call. I think we just changed the world. I'm so excited for when we do meet. I'm going to give you the biggest hug ever. And I appreciate you reaching out. I just knew I had to get on straight away and have this conversation. So I really appreciate and honor your time and your message. And make sure you get those details below. And look forward to seeing you soon.
See you, man. Love you. Thank you so much.
Boom.
Take care. Love you guys.